Hey, Facebook, it is afternoon coffee break time. So today, what's on your mug?
Mine is train your mind and see the good in every situation.
Perfect. I love that. And sometimes we forget that there is good in all things. Even God reminds us of that in Romans, that all things work together. And so I like that. Or, give me a lemon and I'll give you some lemonade. Whatever works. But anyway, I am super excited. This is Denise Krebs, hashtag DNA Detective with the Code of You for our afternoon coffee break. And today I invited a very special friend of mine to come. This is Coach Sal, or officially Sally Crusan, who has the most amazing view from her home, just for the record. So Coach Sal just finished up, actually last night, literally, and I was the fortunate participant in a really amazing class on money. Now, I wanted to bring her on just because I was so excited about her class, and when she launched it, I was like, sign me up. So I was super glad to get to go through it with her. And so I just wanted her to share a little bit about the class. And I heard a little rumor that it might be starting again, but don't tell. So Sally, welcome.
Thank you, Denise. I really appreciate your inviting me to your coffee talk. Anytime I can have some girl time and have it be, around coffee, even virtually, I'm all in. It's important that we take these kind of moments and give ourselves, some time to learn about each other and develop relationships. So I really appreciate it. And I'm so glad that you were able to take my course. I do have another course starting very soon, and we will put some details down below. And this course is one of my most favorite things to do. So would you like me to kind of delve into a little bit, or?
Yeah, but don't give away all the secrets.
I won't. So the course is called Good Vibrations, and I do consider myself an abundance coach. And yes, my name is Sally, but I go by Coach Sal, and it's kind of an acronym for support, abundance, and love. And Sal is what my family and my closest friends call me, is Sal. So it really felt appropriate to be called Coach Sal. Having said that, I went through some periods in my life, and I know a lot of people have gone through these too, where there's been some really significant financial stress. We had situations that had to do around jobs and significant health issues and kind of a wide variety of things that kind of hit our family, very stable family, but it all hit at the same time. And it was kind of like a Jenga game, that strategic piece came out and everything came falling apart. And through that process, I just was literally worrying myself to death. How were we going to handle all of these things? And often it was around money. And, you kind of feel like that hamster on a wheel. And it's like, boy, I'm a good person and I do good things and I have an immense work ethic, and we're just still not making it. And I was at just one point just kind of dropped to my knees and was like, okay, how do I do this? And I was driving and I heard someone on the radio talk about a book. And within that book, there was this phrase, you can't have worry and faith at the same time. You have to pick just one. And I was just like, hit me. It sounds so simple, but it just hit me like a ton of bricks. And I'm like, okay, well, the worrying's not getting me too far. So let's just lean into faith, which was maybe a little tenuous at the time, just because when you have all this stuff coming at you, you kind of start to question, okay, is anyone out there? But I leaned into my faith, and all those pieces started to fall back together. And we started to build our foundation financially again. And through all of this, I was like, wow, a lot of people probably go through this, but we're afraid to talk about it because it's about money. And when things become unstable, you associate it with like, you're unstable or you're not worthy or, oh, only if I had planned things differently. Well, we can't plan for certain things. We just can't. So it all comes down to our choice of how we react to situations. And that's kind of how Good Vibrations was birthed. And as I developed the program, it's a 5-week online program, and it's fun. It's a heavy subject, but I think it's fun. Denise is nodding her head. So we do some like fun activities, but it really starts to unpack a lot of stuff. So we kind of talk about your individual money story, about money attraction, your awareness around money, how to have money momentum in your life, and even meditation techniques around money. So that's kind of the framework, of the program. And I must say, everyone that has taken the course has had some really positive takeaways. So for me, I'm very selfish in that matter because I get such, huge satisfaction hearing everyone's feedback. So I'll send it back to you, Denise. Maybe you can talk a little bit about your experience.
I didn't know. I kind of always wondered. I have three sentences start at the same time. Bad idea. When I was going through my health coaching certification program many years ago, I remember one of the lessons that we had to learn as coaches is something that's called the money mirror. And I really spent a lot of time delving into what is my money mirror. And so I always have been intrigued with the whole, how do some people who just seem to kind of be this really successful definition, if you're going to define success with finances. And then there's other people who, as you said, are good people. They work really hard, but they don't ever seem to like get there. Like they always are just right on the cusp of an explosion of financial freedom. And I'm not even going to say wealth because it's different for everybody. And so it has always intrigued me of how do I figure out what my money mirror is? How do I kind of get rid of what any boundaries that were stopping me? But of course, before you get rid of them, you have to identify them and know that they're there before you put the pendulum swinging through the wall. And so I really enjoyed this class. It was a blast. And I never, that's even those words together to say a class was a blast that was talking about blocks that we have with money just doesn't necessarily seem to go. But it was a very freeing experience. It was very fun. And, matter of fact, I was thinking today while I was driving home, I went to the grocery for my parents. And as I was driving home, knowing that we were going to have this time during our coffee break today, and I thought, how just liberating, and it literally is like this huge weight was lifted off. And I'm not even going to tell you the secret because I don't want to spoil it, but when you go through her class, you'll go, how in the world could what we're doing here, this fun exercise, equate to a physical visceral feeling of weight being lifted off? So I still can't pretend to know how it happens, but Sally's the expert at it, and she does a fantastic job at it. And I would encourage anybody. It doesn't matter if you're needing money, if you're living paycheck to paycheck, if you want to figure out how to have more abundance so that you can give more. Wherever you are in your journey, I would say anybody can benefit from this.
Thank you, Denise. I do tend to agree, obviously, but I do, it's not some people that take the class, maybe be in a lot of debt. Some people are very financially secure, but everyone still has a money story. Not everyone, you do, whether you think so or not, you do. So it's really interesting. And I have had people take the class in all different socioeconomic, the whole gamut. And the growth on either end of that gamut has just been evident. So your words are definitely, true. And I just love the fact that it is transformative, and fun, because no one wants to be in a class that's like really heavy. I'm not a financial advisor. This is not like a budgeting class. This is much more around, mindset and energy, which I just love.
Yeah.
So and it's just so rewarding when, people, have these revelations. And so it's one of my, like I said, it's one of my biggest joys is to teach this course.
Well, you do a fabulous job at it. And that was our little timer. So we're going to say goodbye for now. But I will put in the comments below some information, or Sally can put some information about when the next class is going to be starting. And she's tagged in this post, so you can reach out directly to her if you have more questions or you are interested in taking the next class. And like I said, I would highly recommend it for anybody, regardless of where you are. And it is a lot of fun. So anyway, thank you very much, and enjoy the rest of your afternoon, folks, and we will see you on the next coffee break.